You can actually go all the way, or but if I go all the way, if you notice, the second layer is just like the position of the second layer is just like at the back of the first layer. So what I usually do is I cut this. And then since this is like just small, you can begin with another one, but I'm just gonna go with this one. So I'm gonna position here. I'm gonna start like in between my first layer. So as you see, like right there. And then position like at the in-between, or in between my first layer. So get your second one and position in between. So the big difference between the filler flower and the stem flower is in terms of center option 3. So you have an additional spiky, a smaller spiky tiplet. So the reason why we're placing is, so I'm assuming that if you're going to use it as a stem flower, so it would be more like 3-dimensional compared to just using it as a filler flower. So what do I mean by that? So if you like hold it like this, then you would see like the thickness of your center. So that's why on this, so we're gonna break that thickness. So that's why we're placing in an additional like layer over here of texture. Let's do that. So again, you can use a smaller dowel to curl the edges of the spiky template. Me, I just prefer to do it like this. Find where you ended up a while ago. So here. So you can push the spikes back. And then instead of doing just one, you can do 2 spikes. So if you want a very striky side of your center, so you can do 2 layers. I don't think I'm gonna finish everything, so I'm just gonna cut where I made on like my last one. It would be too thick, so I won't finish it. And just push back the spikes. have this center here with you. So we'll set it aside. Now you're gonna grab your wire. Place your scissors right here. This would be handy later. And then so this is a lower gauge, so meaning the wires with lower gauge are thicker. So I think if it's not 12, it's 9. So I'm going to place it in the description below. And then you have, or we have the floral wires that you can see at Walmart. So this would be your wires for the leaves. I am not advising a very thin wire for the flower stem itself because I tried it and it's very flimsy even for the smaller version of the flower. So I don't like it. See, I prefer a very a more sturdy one. So I like this better. So we're gonna just place it on the side for now. So yeah, this one's bent, it's alright. We're gonna adjust it later. And then get your floral tape. So, and also get your pliers. And so this plier has a wire cutter, so it's handy. So get your floral tape, you're gonna cover the wire. So floral wire have like a sticky, it's sticky, bottom line is sticky. So you can add glue right here, glue melted glue, or your tack glue. Let's just do tack glue. I don't want to hurt myself. So we're just gonna cover it. It can actually get pretty handy if you have like a bottle and right there. As for the thinner wire, so I cut it in half. So for me, I just did 2 leaves, so it's up to you if you want more, but for this tutorial, let's just do 2. So it's actually up to you if you want to cover the thinner stem. So this one is not covered, so for me it's alright, but for this tutorial, let's cover it. So yeah, I covered it with a floral tape, so let's use this. So let's place this aside. So now we're gonna get our base, our sepals, our leaves. So the leaves, I made it. There's like front and a backing. Let's get our second pair of leaves. And then also we have 2 kinds, so a simpler one and a more intricate one where the spikes go all the way up to like the base. So you have a base also for this one. So for this flower, I think I'm gonna go for the more intricate one. The base, remember, is much smaller than the front, or sorry, the backing is much smaller compared to the front, and then we have a wire cover. So what do we want to do first? I think let's do the leaves first. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find what can like be like the center. So I didn't place any score lines to this one. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna fold it in half, or like from the tip of the bottom tip up to like the tip of the top. So fold it like this. Then I think I want to curl the edges. So I'm curling with the base at the bottom. Or you can, let's try doing it like after we place the wire. So this one I curled it before I placed the wire. This one, let's try curling it after I place the wire. So grab your backing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place glue at the crease, and then I'm gonna place the wire there, and then I'm gonna place it on the countertop, because once we put like glue on top of the hot glue, it will melt. So it might drop off. So I mean, it might fall down. So anyway, and then you can place glue on this side. So the reason we have a backing right here is for this one I tried just placing like a strip of paper. Again, as I've mentioned, if you're gonna like give it to somebody, it's kind of three-dimensional. So I prefer it to be like clean, like this, compared to something like this. So that's why we place the backing. So this one, I want to like curl it. So I think, yeah. Okay, let's do the other one. So let's place a glue here. And then I'm gonna curl it. Both option works. Whatever works for you. Okay, next would be, so get the base and the sepal. So let's work the sepal first. So what you want to do is fold this side of the sepal. So you're gonna be like forming a triangle. Put this aside for now. So grab your thick metal stem. So what we're gonna do, so grab your pliers. You may need a larger pliers or long nose compared to this one, but this kind of works for me, though it's kind of harder to like, because this is very thick, so it's kind of harder for me to like bend it, but it's manageable for me. So whichever works for you, go for that. Let's do this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bend it. And then I'm kind of straightening out this part because this will be the handle. Okay. So grab your stem cover. So what this will do is it will be covering this. You actually have the option if you want it to be more secured. So you have the option to pinch or poke a hole on this. And then insert the wire. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna place hot glue over there. This. So on the smaller version of the flower, I'm going to show you like another version or another way to place it. But this is more secured. And what we're gonna do is, so you see this slice over here, so we're gonna insert it like this. And then, or actually, you know what? You can do that later. I think this is easier. So you have the option to just use this. So you will have a flatter sepal. If you want, you can also use this. So for this one, I did this. So it's up to you whether you want to do this or this. So for this one, let's do this. And what we want to do now is insert it like this and kind of position the triangles wherein it will kind of cover the circle or similar to this one. And then what I want to do is place glue on the triangles because we're gonna attach the triangles to the circle. And slowly position it. You can actually do it like this. Do it like that. However, I prefer to cut the excess. So let's cut it. You can even curve this if you want to. Let's grab a flower without a center. So I'm gonna attach it. So I'm just gonna place glue at the center of the flower and we're gonna attach it. like this. And it's up to you what center you would like to use. You can use the option 3 center, or you can use either of the two, this one or this one. It's up to you. For this one, I think I'm gonna use this center because this was the hardest, so the effort will be in vain if I do not use this, so let's just use it. So you see how this center kind of drops down, so that's why I also like this center for the stem flower. It's really 3D. So let's attach the leaves. So if you'd like, you can attach them like all at once, like both of them like side by side, like this. But me, I preferred for the other one to be kinda a bit lower. So let's grab the floral tape, and so I'm gonna attach the tape in the stem first, so it's already there. Again, you can use either tacky glue or hot glue. And then that's when I'll be attaching stem. It's cleaner. And the other leaf. So I'm gonna make it a little bit down here. I'm gonna attach the floral tape first. Voila! Voila! So your flower stem looks nice.